A second kind of problem that you'll run into often is what I'll call the number value or the number price kind of problem. And it involves you have two kinds of things and you're given an price. Say, for example, you have paperback and hardback books in our example. You're told how much each one costs and you're supposed to find out how many of each there are. Other examples might be you're told how much certain things weigh. So one thing weighs 8 pounds, another thing weighs 10 pounds. How many of each kind of thing do you have? So that's one of our examples this time. At her yard sale, Amanda sold paperback books for 50 cents each and hardcover books for $2 each. She told a total of 18 books for $19.50. How many of each type of book did she sell? So here we can see that she's selling paperback books for 50 cents. So paperback for 50 cents and hardcover books for $2. So hardcover books for $2. There are our two different kinds of things and we're given a price for them. Now, we know she sold a total of 18 books. Now, that's not price anymore, that's the number. For how much? For $19.50. How many of each type of book did she sell? So let's define our variables first. We're going to have an x and a y, and we'll just make them equal to whatever we want. Let's make x equal to the number of paperbacks sold. So the number of paperbacks, not the cost, but the number. And we'll make the y equal to the number of hardback books, the hardcover books. Remember, that's the number of them, not their cost. So now what we need to do is look at our problem and find two equations that will help us solve that. So we're going to have to put those together. Now we know that she sold a total of 18 books. Total of 18 books. What is equal to 18? Well, it's the total of the books. It's the number of paperbacks and the number of hardcover books. So how can I say that? I would say that as x plus y. Now I need you to write that down on your paper. X plus y is equal to 18. That's your first equation. X plus y, paperbacks plus hardcover books, the total number of them was 18. Now, we're done with the number. What other information do we have? Well, we have the price of each one. So how can we find an equation using those prices? Well, we know that she sold a total of 18 books for how much? A total of $19.50. So write that down, $19.50. Now what is equal to $19.50? The cost of the paperback books times the number of paperback books. So if I bought one paperback book, it would be 50 cents. If I bought two paper books, it would be 50 cents times 2. If I bought 3 paperback books, it would be 50 cents times 3. So I'm going to multiply 0.5 times the number of paperback books, and then I'm going to add to that the price of the hardcover books times the number of hardcover books. So the price of hardcover books is $2, and I want to multiply that by the number of hardcover books, so that is y. Now I have two equations. I can solve either through substitution or through elimination. I'm going to solve through substitution because I think it's going to be easier in this case. And here's why. It takes me just one step to get either x or y all by itself up here. I can figure out very quickly that y is going to be equal to, I can subtract x from both sides, and I'll get 18 minus x. 18 minus x there. And that's my value for y. And then I can just plug that in over here for y. So that's what I'm going to do. 0.5x plus 2 times 18 minus x is going to be equal to $19.50. So I'll do a little bit of distributive property here. 0.5x plus 2 times 18 is 36. 2 times a negative x is negative 2x, equal to $19.50. I can combine my like terms here. I have x's. That's going to give me negative 1.5x when I combine those, plus 36 is equal to $19.50. Then I want to get my variable all by itself, So my goal here is to chop off the 36 here, so I'll add a negative 36 or subtract 36 from that. And you can punch that in your calculator. What is $19.15 minus $36? And it is negative $16.50. So negative 16.5. That cancels out, leaving me with negative 1.5 on this side, negative 1.5x. Then I can divide on both sides by negative 1.5 to get rid of the 1.5 and leave my x there. That'll cancel out, leaving me with just my x is equal to, and now I have to divide on this side by negative 1.5. So I divide by negative 1.5, and I get 11. 11. Now what does that mean? Well, that means that the number of paperbacks that I sold, paperbacks, was 11. Now I need to know how many of each type, so now I need to find out how many hardback books. Well, that should be pretty easy, because now I know that I can plug things back into this equation. I know what x is. I know that x is 11. That's the number of paperback books. I know that I also sold hardback books, and those were y, and then I sold a total of 18. 11 plus what gives me 18. If I wanted to do it the algebra way, I just cancel that out. Y is equal to 7. You could probably see that in your head really quickly. So that would be the number of hardcover books. So I had paperbacks 11 and hardcover 7.